Today, we are doing an unboxing. Yeah, look at that. So, I get a lot of emails from random off-brand offshore companies to advertise products, and I don't recognize any of them, so I usually just ignore them. Then I got this email, and this is the first one I've actually recognized. VIOFO. I do know about their dash cams. I never owned one, but I figured, hey, why not? Let's give it a shot. So I was sent this camera free of charge. This looks like their top of the line, their newest model unit. I think this retails like what, $600 or so. But I was asked to review it. I was not given any other monetary compensation, so I figured let's install it in Caravan, my 1993 Dodge Grand Caravan LE. Let's see what it's all about, how good it is, and I don't know what my thoughts are on it, how easy it is to install. And it comes with all these little accessory bits they sent me too. This Bluetooth remote control, that's going to be kind of cool. And then you got the hardwire kit. You got yourself a little SD card, 64 gig. That's a good starter card. But this thing is a 4K UHD, QHD dash cam. You know what this means? It's got 3 cameras on it. Let's take a look at the vehicle we're installing it in. This is what my channel's all about. This is my 1993 Dodge Grand Caravan. And I actually just spent some time this morning cleaning it up for this whole ordeal. Gave me the motivation to really do a good detail on it. I cleaned the glass so you can actually see out the window when we have the camera installed. You know, I did a good vacuum on it. Turned out pretty a-okay. She's rocking, what, 178,635 miles. First, find your box opener of choice. I have this sharp, well, no, it's dull, utility knife. Find your nearest trash can. Ooh, fancy. I think it just comes out like that. Let's go off to the side. So, I'm not so great at reading instructions. Let's just open this thing up and see what we got. Here is the front camera. Don't get my grimy fingers all over it. Comes with a VHB 3M tape pre-applied, so you just go bam, and it's up there on the window. Make sure you clean your window first with like a degreaser or something. And you've got all your little options here. It's probably your emergency record button. You've got a mic. It looks like it's got Wi-Fi. There's your manual record, and here's your options menu. Here's the beautiful front-facing 4K UHD camera. Set him there carefully. And then we've got this optional rear camera. And he's also got the VHB pre-applied. We've also got the full user manual. Looks like some extra sticky pads. It looks like you get yourself some bumper stickers. And we've even got more. Ooh, wires. So, I've got that. I don't know what that is. There's the USB-C cable. Ah, here is the rear camera I was talking about. I knew it was in there somewhere. So yeah, we've got the interior fisheye camera. So I guess this will mount up and point the camera out the front. You mount this up somewhere on here and it points inside. And then you've got this one. I think you mount up on like your back window or something. And it looks like it'll fold like this. Okay. Yeah, so you can mount it wherever and it moves. Pretty awesome there. Something like that anyway. And then we've got, this is the where you just plug it into the cigarette lighter, your quick install. So I don't think we'll be using this because we have the hardwire kit, in which case I'll be wiring it into 12-volt fuse power, so it's always got power. But you get this from the go. And it's got this is like a pry tool, a trim tool or something. Not quite sure yet. And then here's some more interior cable for the interior camera. Yeah, so it's to hook these two together. And then another sticky pad. Good. Good to have these extra sticky pads. I'll throw these in the glove box, you know. If you ever have to take them off, you've got new pads ready to go. Okay, now the camera is unboxed. Let's see what we got for our accessories here. So if I was ever installing a dash cam, I always buy the hardwire kits like this, whatever brand you buy. but this, let's see what this one comes with. I think this is a pretty giant cable, so you're pretty flexible on what you need to do or can do. So this side plugs into the dash cam, obviously. Looks like you can set your power settings. So you've got 11.8, 12, 12.2, and 12.4. Interesting. And we've got this. This is an option I probably wouldn't have bought on my own, but it's probably going to be very useful. It's a wireless Bluetooth remote control. And it looks like it's got its own VHB, so you can stick it, instead of having to reach over for the camera, I bet you can put this right on the dash there, and you can just click it. Good to go, and it just works. Comes with an extra sticky pad and a battery. I don't know if it's got a battery in it or not, but high endurance micro SD XC UHS-1 card with SD adapter. So that's pretty self-explanatory. The A329SW 3-channel dash cam includes a 4K 30 FPS Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 front-facing camera. It also includes two 2K 30 FPS rear cameras, both with the IMX675 sensors. The rear camera is IP67 rated waterproof for all of your outdoor dash cam needs. The waterproof camera comes with optional 3-meter, 8-meter, 10-meter, and 15-meter cables, which makes it super ideal for mounting on large trucks, trailers, or in our case, Chrysler minivans. The camera also includes hybrid parking recording, a combination of two parking modes, time-lapse, 1 FPS in impact, low bitrate, and impact event detection mode. It also includes a smart parking mode, starts recording within 2 seconds if a collision is detected. It automatically records a 3-minute clip if it detects suspicious motion, and it helps preserve crucial evidence in parking incidents. The camera offers Wi-Fi 6 for fast video transfer directly to your cell phone. You can download a 4K video in just 10 seconds, which is much faster, more efficient than grabbing the SD card, throwing it in the laptop, downloading all the footage. Also offers external SSD storage support for those of you who want to record lots of footage. It also includes a 3-channel HDR night mode, which enables crystal clear nighttime recording by preventing overexposure to the lenses. It comes built in with ultra precise GPSs, providing location, speed, time data during playback on the VIOFO app or any PC player. It also offers smart voice control and notification, lets you record, take photos, manage Wi-Fi hands-free with clear alerts for setting changes or card errors. Now, we also could come with a rear camera with the cable. It could come with the telephoto camera, the fisheye cabin camera, and the waterproof rear camera. We happen to have today the fisheye cabin camera and the waterproof rear camera. This camera is supposed to be installed on the exterior of the vehicle. However, I'm going to make an executive decision here, and I will be installing it right here on the interior. Mostly because, well, gravel roads and dust, and then I'd be cleaning that camera off all the time. For our cases, I think this will be the best spot. It's completely cleared when the wiper goes off, and it's protected on the inside. Now, if you've got a Jeep or an off-road truck, let's say you're recording off-road footage, this thing would be awesome to have on the outside. For my purposes, I think it will be best fit in here, and that's the thing. You can do whatever you want. And what we'll do is we'll install it here, and we're going to cheat the cable through one of these grommets here, kind of cheat it up under here. And we should be able to run it down the side and then tuck it in under here. I think that is my plan. It obviously varies by vehicle. Then for our front camera here, we are going to install it, I believe, right here or right here. And then just below that, we're going to install our fisheye camera. Kind of up behind the mirror where it's out of view. You don't want it to obstruct your driving vision, otherwise you'll end up on one of those internet dash cam videos. Alright, so I got the rough install completed on the cameras. Install's really easy. It's not bad at all. Just find where you want to put it, peel the tape off, make sure it's clean, stick it down. So here's what we went with. I ended up putting the dash cam right there, and then I put the interior camera right there. Cable, I've not done any cable cleanup, I just kind of got it there hooked up. As for the rear camera, if we come around back here, I stuck it down right there, which is dead center of the vehicle after cleaning it. As you can see, it should get a nice view. This is fully adjustable here, which is nice. Make sure you leave yourself enough slack here, depending on where you put the camera, so the cable can, well, in my case, because it's on a moving hatch, I have to make sure I got clearance here, which I do. If you look here, it'll just kind of fold down like that. And then the key to making your dash cam install good is tucking and hiding the cable. So I've got it tucked up over the headliner here, wrapped around here, and I've got it running down here, which you can see my, that is for the rear wiper, that little jumper there. So I kind of tucked him in here, got it down to here. I'm down to here. I have to pull this trim piece out so I can loop it around there. And the plan is here, because we've got 3 doors here, we're going to run it down the driver's side, up under the trim here. And I'll pull this trim up and we'll tuck it up under here and come up here to the fuse panel, which is where we will be using this beautiful hardwire kit and installing it down there. As for the cables for this camera, we're going to go like this, remove the A-pillar trim, come down here, and we're going to tuck all the cabling up there neatly as we can. But as you can see, they gave me the super long, well, actually, they gave me the 7.5 meter cable, which is the shorter of the cables. And that cable was able to reach from the rear of the Caravan all the way up to the front. So use that to gauge what you need. But that cable, the provided cable, plenty long enough for my case. If you're worried about the angle of your windshield, how everything installs, all of these cameras are fully adjustable here. The front camera has got a nice adjustability too, and as you saw, the rear camera is adjustable as well. I think the next thing I want to install is probably the little Bluetooth button. So we're gonna mock up me sitting in here. Where would I want to be? And I don't want it to be like super obvious, but like, I was thinking something like this, because then you can turn the mic on, it looks like the button's here, and you can press the record button. It's easily reachable, because you're usually reaching over here anyway. Or we could cover up this ugly thing from the last thing somebody did and put it right there. Maybe like that. That way I can see the buttons here. I think I might do that, because that's kind of always bothered me. Somebody had like a calendar or something stuck down there before I owned it. So boom. And we've solved 2 problems. Alright, here's where we're at with the install so far. I got the wire for the rear cam all wired in. As you can see, he's fully hidden. Got some fun stuff going on over there. If we take a look, pretty well just about done. I got that same wire here, got it nice tucked in up under here, it goes up to here, and then here's where he loops. Got a little slack here. And then we've got the hardwire kit down here, because if we take a look, I've got it run all the way up here, all the way up here, all the way across, and then boom, there's our beautiful install right there. I pulled the mirror back out of the way like this, got my wires wrapped. I used 2 small zip ties there, or 3 actually. And then once I got it up above the headliner here, I wrapped it in E-tape and I made a nice loom so the cables all stay together. You're able to just barely get it up there and tucked away. And then I've got a little piece of VHB here I used to just hold the cable up on this nice bend, so when I put the trim back, it doesn't fall down. And then it's down here, got it tucked down here. Alright, wiring's all done. I don't know about your vehicle, but on the Caravans, the older ones, they've got 2 spare accessory and battery hookups there. They're just up under the dash here. And I just cut the ends off and I crimped and heat shrink them on. And then I've got the ground hooked right up there under that nut on the steering column. We should have power. I did see a little bit of spark when it drew current, so we're good. In that regard, that was a pretty easy install. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. So if you guys have any or need any ideas on how to install it in your vehicle, take a look what I did and apply it to yours. That seems to look pretty good. I'm going to get everything buttoned up here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll fire that dash cam up for the first time, and we'll just see how it operates. And boom, all done. That is how you install a VIOFO A329SW dash cam with optional weatherproof rear view camera and fisheye interior camera. At least that's how I did it. I forgot a very important part to using those accessory plugs up there above the dash on Dodge Caravans. You have to add the accessory relay up here. That is what controls that accessory power there. If I put this relay in the right way. Boom. Now we get accessory power. And now the dash cam will work if we turn it on. So I think we hit this button for English. Yep. Our time zone is going to be, I think, what is it, GMT -5? Or is it -6? I think it's, we're going with that. Hey, your dash cam will automatically set the time and date for a satellite. Okay, perfect. Better yet. We are miles per hour. Yep, we will format the SD card.
Memory card format successful.
All right. And I see 3 cameras. I see a camera pointed out the back. I see one
Recording. 3 channels started.
looking at me, and I see one looking out the dash. Now, this has definitely got to go up a little. Something like that. The back one looks like it's aimed pretty freaking good. And the interior one, maybe come down a hair. Maybe something like that. All right, so I got this dash cam configured exactly how I want it. There is so much configuration you can do on these things. You can do all sorts of stuff depending on your needs, your wants. I got this guy connected here. I think you just you hold the button until it pairs, and it pairs. I've got this set to turn the mic on and off. See? And then we can turn the mic back on. And then that's protected recording. So if you get in an accident, you see something, some guy cut you off, click that button. And then boom, it goes into protected mode. The other thing with this is I highly recommend doing all the settings in the app. Download their app. You just have to pair it to your phone with the Wi-Fi, so you turn on the Wi-Fi and you connect to its Wi-Fi network. You can see the cameras live, and you can also download, record video, so it's good for aiming. You can change all the settings. I forgot it's 2025, and I started doing the settings on the camera, and then I was like, oh wait, this thing's got an app. So that is awesome. That is like the best feature. I've not had a dash cam that did that until now, so that's awesome. Makes things so much easier for pulling footage, for, like I said, aiming the cameras, changing the settings. Especially when you got 3 cameras, it's pretty cool. So highly recommend. I got some errands to run, so we're gonna test out these cameras. I say these because there's 3 of them. That's also really cool. Obviously you can get away with just the 1 or just the 2, but I think that one's an absolutely cool addition. Something sweet to have, if you so want one. I super approve of this camera. This is a really cool camera. So thanks VIOFO for sending me this dash cam. And I'll see you on the road. Alright, so this is take 2 or 3 trying to get some dash cam footage. Well, I've got some footage, but I want to do like a proper, we're driving, talking footage. The only thing I'd recommend is get the bigger SD card, because by the time, like, I recorded some daytime footage, some nighttime footage, and I drove to work the day after to maybe get some more footage. By the time I'd done that with this 3 cameras and 4K, which is great, 64 gigs was not enough, and it was already overwriting stuff. So I would definitely spring for the 128 or maybe the 256 or the 512. I don't know if this will do a 512. I assume it will. I know I had trouble with some of my older dash cams back in the day, but camera's pretty good. I've definitely got some tweaking to do with the park settings, and I also think that little reel, I should have just hooked it up to some other fused 12-volt ignition and not the spares. And it's a problem with my van and not the dash cam. I think the relay or feed or whatever, it's funny. It doesn't cooperate very well. I think I got it to where it's working, but just something I had trouble with. So just make sure your power feeds are good and you won't have issues. Otherwise, the dash cam seems good. I've definitely looked over some of the footage. Got that cool clip of that semi cutting across all lanes. That was wild. Probably should, boom, insert that clip here. Otherwise, the dash cam seems good. It records all the footage. It's great. It's clear. The audio's pretty good. Even with the windows down, it cancels out the wind noise. Definitely a nice dash cam, and I super appreciate them letting me try it out. That's for sure. So if you guys need a dash cam and, I don't know, you got some money to throw around, grab one of these things, or even grab one of their lower tiered models. I think the camera equipment's the same. You just don't get all the extras, which is whatever. This thing's, yeah, it's a lot of dash cam here. Like, if you were, like, super into this, like I used to be, and you wanted to upload stuff, these cameras are awesome. You get so much coverage out this way. You can see me this fisheye view, or even if you have it not in fisheye mode, the coverage is great. You can see everything. So, figure we'll just get some footage. I'm just going to be driving here, so hopefully I got some good footage I can use.